Euphoria episode 7 highlighted two things: religion and also scars. Usually when we have scars, our scars can be from our past. But then we proceed to confront them scars, you also proceed to break down, which is highlighted as far as what you have Ali within that hospital bed. A man that is reflecting on his overall addictions that also have turned him to be abusive and also absent as far as when it comes to his wife and also his child. But then how does religion play a factor into this? He also develops a savior complex when he proceeds to get clean, trying to be a beacon for hope of other people who are also going through the same thing. But then when you have a real life situation happen, the pandemic, you are unable to save those people due to the fact that they cannot deal with the overall effects of being alone and isolated with the overall things that they have as well, scars. And to see Rue and also Ali's character dynamic come back up, I feel like that savior complex that he has is also being reflected within his dynamic when he proceeds to find out about her being undercover for the DEA, and which also leads me to believe that her overall name will be added to that book of people who he tried to save. But then let's look at the overall effect of Maddie. What is Maddie's scar? Toxic friendship. Toxic friendship that once served her no purpose, but is only adding more scars to her overall character, where now we see her develop a savior complex to Cassie, who overall has toxic attachments, which is Nate and his overall debt that he owes to the Armenian, which even leads her to have a savior complex as far as saving Nate from this overall demise. And like I said, with Maddie also developing a savior complex, who does she go look to be a savior? And that is Alamo. And hell, Rue even has a savior complex by also trying to save the people around her by them not getting affected by her overall actions as far as being a snitch for the DEA, which could possibly open up the scars of her going through loss, which it was once highlighted as far as seeing how she was deeply affected by her father's passing, which could possibly lead her going back to the road of addiction. But I just feel like that's an overall reach. We'll just have to see how it's going to play out. But hell, even Faye is scarred. How is Faye scarred by not being valued? So I want to say she even gives off a savior complex. I'm only going to say to a certain extent because clearly at one point she was going to be Ruth's savior as far as trying to help her get into the safe, which leads her into being Lori and her family's savior. And to see how this overall season is going to play out, bro, when it comes to the finale, hey man, I'm just trying to see how all y'all arcs is going to conclude.